Hello, this is Susan, and my channel is Susan's Ramblings. I'm on breads yet. I thought this was going to be our last day of bread, but boy, I've got a lot more bread recipes to give you. So I think we're going to continue over into next week, at least on Monday. Okay, the first recipe I've got is called bran bread. It's another very simple recipe. This one makes a big lot, though. A whole lot. It makes 4 loaves. Okay. So yeah. I don't know if I got flour. No, it just didn't say how much flour. It just says warm water. Remember, these are all old recipes that I got from cookbooks, old cookbooks. I think this one probably came from the 70s, maybe the 60s. Anyway, it's a bread that they use quite frequently instead of the white bread. In fact, when I was younger, we didn't make much white bread. Um, to us, if we bought a bread, that was a treat. Mom would make the bread, and it wasn't really all white bread. I mean, it was just something that they did all the time, was they baked bread. When I was younger and I had a family, yeah, I did the same thing. So, especially when we lived down on a farm, we weren't always able to get to town to get what we needed, the bread that we needed. So I made my bread. We would make bread. We would make raised donuts. We would make Bismarcks. We would make caramel rolls. We make all that kind of stuff. Um, of course, we were at home all the time too, and we didn't have a job. But this is a recipe, an old recipe, and use bran flakes on it, 40%. So, you know, we got all those old recipes. Um, You dissolve your yeast, and then you add your flour, your lard, your salt, sugar, molasses. Everybody should have molasses in the cupboard, simply because when we're going back to all these old time recipes, um, a lot of times they have molasses in. So this is an old recipe again. It was a favorite of always. Okay, so I guess it's got flour. I finally see the flour in there. It's 3.5 cup. Um, so it makes a soft dough. It's not a hard dough, um, and it's more like I was going to say a quick bread, but I guess it's not really a quick bread either since it's got the yeast in it. Okay, here we go with the next one. Butter sweet rolls. This is my favorite recipe. This is one I have used for years, and I mean years. This is what I made my caramel rolls out of it, and my cinnamon rolls out of it. Usually I made caramel rolls. And just a couple of years ago, when I did my cookbook, and I gave my cookbook to my sisters and brothers, and we all happened to be together at that time, so they all got the cookbooks at the same time. And one of the first things my brother asked me was, "Are your caramel rolls in there?" And no, it wasn't. And so, I said I didn't. Well, why not? Well, I guess I said I thought everybody had that recipe. It just didn't even dawn on me to put on those in that recipe. Um, to start though. So I went home, and when I went home, we were on vacation then. And when I got home, I looked up this recipe, and believe me, it's going in my next cookbook. So anyway, he said, "You make the best caramel rolls. We love them." And I didn't know what I did different. I mean, I just made caramel rolls, and this was my favorite recipe that I used. So this is a tried and true one. I mean, it's one that is brother approved, I guess you call it. Okay. So like I said, we did them. We did all those rolls. We did the Bismarcks. We did the raised donut. In fact, I don't know how many people I taught to make raised donut, and it's very, very, very simple. But they were scared to death of it, and so they were over in my house, and we showed them how to make raised donuts. They loved them. So anyway, that recipe will be coming somewhere along the line, but I don't know when. Probably be just one of my random recipes. Okay, the next recipe, popovers. I don't know how many of you done popovers. They're a very easy thing to do, um, and they're very easy, but an easy thing to do. You follow the recipe, I guess. Um, put them in muffin tins, beat it all, and you put them in muffin tins, and then you bake them. But they are a little bit different. And then when I make them, I usually cut off the top of them after they're baked, and then I fill them with something because they're usually empty. They're an empty thing, so I fill them with tuna salad or chicken salad, ham salad once in a while. It just depends on what I've got. But it's a very simple recipe. It's something that's a little bit different, and yeah, I guess that's all I can say about that. But anyway, there you are. There's your recipe. Very basic ingredients again. And like I said, if we start running out of eggs, I buy 5 dozen eggs every month, beginning of the month. And those eggs that I don't use, and I eat a lot of eggs because they're good for protein. I haven't been baking so much lately, but when I bake, I go through those eggs in a hurry. And those that are left over, I put in ice cube trays and I freeze them, and then I just pop them out and put them in a Ziploc bag, and when I go to bake, I just throw these eggs in. I thaw them out and I throw them in. I've even used them for scrambled eggs. So that's what we do with my leftover egg. I'm going to try dehydrating some this month because I have a lot of them. I don't know why I have a lot of them, but I have a lot of eggs this month left over. And the eggs are on sale this week. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna buy now, this week, rather than wait until next week, because then they go back up in price. And as long as I can get them on sale price, I'm gonna buy them. So that means I will have plenty of eggs, and so I will dehydrate them and see what happens. I will dehydrate just scrambled eggs, just the liquid, and I will also scramble some and freeze them. So or either freeze or dehydrate. I think I want to dehydrate. Then I can just put hot water in it, and I got scrambled eggs. Okay. All right. There's that one. Another one. Texas cornbread. This is another cornbread one. Okay. It's basically follows the whole same system. I don't know why they call it Texas cornbread. You notice I crossed out 2 tablespoons of milk there. I don't know if there's a problem with the recipe, but I couldn't find where they used milk with 2 separate 2 tablespoons of milk. I'm sorry, I couldn't find that. I read that recipe over and over and over again, but it's not there. So I just crossed them out. I don't know what's going to happen or where it should go. I don't know where it's supposed to go. Tell you the truth. Okay, the only thing different in this one is you put oil in your pan, in your baking dish. You put 2 tablespoons of oil in your baking dish, and then you pour your batter in, and the oil will spread evenly around your dish, and it will grease it, and you don't have to worry about greasing it. That's about the only thing different in this one. Okay, another one I found, and I took off on me when I moved one of those. Oh, that's the one I gave to begin with, isn't it? Oh, well, win. Okay, I guess I'm following the road. All right, yeah, that's an empty one. No, I got some more somewhere along the line, but we're gonna quit for now, and I'll have to find them. And we'll go. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.